And in this video, we're going to be covering stimulus check updates, SNAP benefit updates, and also the latest on executive actions by the president as they're saying full speed ahead with stimulus executive actions despite potential lawsuits blocking them at this time. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. All articles linked in the description below. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, before we dive in, just wanted to say thank you for all the support on my kids channel. Just a quick little 2-minute video on things that they enjoy about Kids Church. Thank you for all the support. I'm so proud of them. They're doing a great job. But take a look at these headlines to get you caught up on the latest on stimulus, you guys. Student debt relief moving full speed ahead despite GOP-led lawsuit, Education Secretary says. A federal appeals court halted implementation of President Joe Biden's student debt relief program while it considers an appeal from officials in 6 GOP-led states. That is happening right now. But even though it's on pause, you're seeing the Biden administration, Miguel Cardano, Education Secretary, saying, full speed ahead, we're going to get this done. Now, regarding stimulus checks on a federal level for everybody in the nation, as you guys know, at this time, we are still waiting to see if anything's going to be done with Congress. And we're waiting to see, a lot of people are saying that executive actions by the president should be done. That if student loan debt forgiveness can be done by executive action, so should stimulus checks. And at this time, we're hearing there's $500 billion of leftover funds from previous stimulus packages just sitting there, meant to go out to the American people to send out help and assistance, not new funds, just leftover ones, and that he could reallocate it and send it out. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date, but in the meantime, while we wait to see what happens on a federal level, take a look at these headlines with some updates coming out in states, you guys. Checks worth up to $300 are being delayed in the state of Hawaii due to a paper shortage. 250 direct rebate check payments to be sent out in New York to some homeowners, and thousands of Americans in line to get $136 in direct payments under a new plan. Will you be eligible? And also, there is now officially 18 states that have announced they're going to be extending out their SNAP benefits into the month of November 2022. And of course, this is all possible because the president has announced that the state of emergency is going to be extended until January of 2023 for the pandemic, which means these benefits can continue on going into February of 2023. So I'm going to get you caught up in the latest. Let's go ahead and dive right in. But before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button if you appreciate the content. Hit the subscribe button if you like to stay up to date. It's totally free. Turn on the notification bell so you're notified for the daily updates to learn about growing wealth, personal finance, and also, if you're interested, I have assembled a comprehensive list of every stimulus check in the nation for states, cities, counties, literally over 100 different programs, all in one place for you to access at www.reliefroadmap.com. If you're interested, check it out. Literally took me 3 months to assemble all the information, but it's all located right there for you to use. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into these articles and get you caught up on the latest. So first up, regarding the student loan debt relief and the executive orders by the president, this article coming out says Education Secretary Miguel Cardano said the Biden administration is moving full speed ahead, preparing to implement its federal student debt forgiveness program a day after a federal appeals court hit pause on the administration's efforts. Cardano said in a video post Saturday that the administration is not deterred by lawsuits that seek to block its relief program. In an op-ed published Saturday in the USA Today, Cardano said Education Department is moving full speed ahead with preparations for the lawful implementation of the program. President Biden and this administration will never stop fighting for millions of hardworking students and borrowers across the country, no matter how many elected officials or lawsuits try to stop us, Cardano wrote. This program will help borrowers by providing relief following economic disruption caused by the pandemic. So there you have it, you guys. They're saying they're moving ahead despite the halt. Take a look at this. On Friday, the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals halted implementation of the administration's program while it considers an appeal from officials in 6 GOP-led states whose lawsuit against the program was dismissed by a federal judge last week. The ruling was issued just days after the administration began accepting applications from borrowers to cancel as much as $20,000 in federally backed student loans. Cardano also took aim at arguments by the 6 GOP-led states which alleged that the administration's program is unlawful. He said the same GOP attorney generals and officials did not oppose forgiving billions of dollars in pandemic relief loans for their state's business owners, nor trillions in tax cuts in the highest earners' businesses during the Trump administration. So we will see. I will keep you up to date. And if you want a step-by-step tutorial on how to go ahead and apply, I did a previous video on it. Be sure to check that out as well if needed. Now let's talk about stimulus checks. Stimulus checks worth up to $300 delayed in Hawaii due to paper shortage. Now this article says a one-time tax rebate for residents of the Aloha State has been delayed by a week for some because of a paper shortage, with the next round of paper checks set to resume beginning next week. Hawaii's Department of Taxation has sent out 282,887 direct deposits and 6,162 paper checks, amounting to $161 million as of October 10th, roughly. The state says all those who filed their tax refunds prior to August 31st should have already received their rebates, both for individuals who opted for paper checks or direct deposits. Taxpayers who have not filed their 2021 tax returns have until December 31st to submit theirs in order to receive the rebates. And they cover some of the eligibility requirements, and they're saying that these should be on the way. And individuals who file their tax returns between now and December 31st, they can expect a paper check up to 12 weeks after they file their 2021 taxes. And this tax rebate is one of the various other initiatives in which states are giving money back to taxpayers. There are a lot of stimulus programs taking place right now. Next up, $250 direct rebate payments to be sent out in New York to homeowners. Now, residents of Schenectady County, New York, may see checks worth up to $250. The Schenectady County legislature approved a budget amendment earlier this week that created a $250 property tax rebate aimed at providing financial relief to homeowners within the county. Our efforts to manage resources in a fiscally responsible way have helped the county to build a healthy reserve fund to see us through challenging fiscal times, said Anthony Jasinski, chair of the Schenectady County legislature. The rebate will provide relief to families who are struggling to make ends meet due to record inflation and continue to drive up grocery, housing, and fuel prices. Dubbed the 2023 Schenectady County Homeowners $250 Rebate Program, the initiative will deliver some $9 million to roughly 34,500 homeowners, according to the county. Specifics about when to apply for the program and when the payments will begin rolling out are not yet available. Now that the measure has been approved, the county manager must request state authorization. So this is going to be unfolding here very soon. I'll be sure to let you know as more details come out for those of you in the state of New York. Now, next up, thousands of Americans in line to get $136 in direct payments under our new plan. Would you be eligible? Thousands of Americans would have a little more cash in their wallets should a new proposal become law. So just to clarify, this one is a proposal, not yet official. The real estate tax credit refund would provide Richmond, Virginia homeowners some relief as they battle record high inflation rates. A lot of residents right now are dealing with a pinch in their wallets, says Andrea Addison, a member of the Richmond City Council. Now, we're going to do our best to understand what our options are to support what we can control. The council will continue to release new information, but as of now, homeowners would get a 4-cent real estate tax credit refund. That means that for the average home price in Richmond of $340,000, the homeowner would receive back $136. Now, this isn't the only tax proposal on the table. Others have suggested lowering the tax rebate from $1.20 to either $1.16 or $1.10 per $100 of assessed value. If approved, however, these changes wouldn't occur until January of 2023. Meanwhile, the rebate would be more of an immediate fix, according to Mr. Addison. This refund proposal is an attempt to respond to the rising city assessments. On average, they rose 13%, with certain areas of Richmond, including Manchester and Forest Hill, seeing even greater jumps. So they're saying that they're trying to get this through. This would mean that thousands would be eligible for this rebate, but keep in mind that these are just proposals. They are not guaranteed to become law just quite yet. And again, that is for those in Richmond, Virginia. And lastly, you guys, let's take a look at the SNAP pandemic emergency allotments. This is going to be extended out until November of 2022 for the following 18 states. And if you'd like arrival information, in my last video, I covered the arrival dates for 11 of these 18, and I'll give you another update on this in an upcoming video. But here are the current 18 states extending out SNAP benefits into November: Alabama, Colorado, Washington, D.C., Illinois, Kansas, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Utah, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. So there you have it, you guys. Those are the 18 states that have officially announced they're going to be extending out their SNAP benefits. And again, if you want arrival dates for 11 of the 18, be sure to check out my previous video as I cover them in detail for you. And I will give another one with updated arrival dates soon. But you guys, that is the latest on stimulus checks, executive orders by the president, and SNAP benefits. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. It's totally free. I hope they enjoy it, you guys. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless.